Hello and welcome to the Self-Help Bookshelf. I have some exciting news for you today, and I would like to introduce you to our fourth member of the Self-Help Bookshelf. Please welcome Sue Bayley. She's going to come and write with us this year. Hi, Sue.
Hi, Kate.
Yeah, no, it's great to have you here. And we've just had a fantastic session. Sue has been putting together her worksheet for her passion for writing, something that I take each of the authors through. And I'm still trying to get my voice back. But we look at a great deal of information about why they want to write a book, how it's going to help them, what it offers others. And there's more to go through yet with Sue before we actually even begin the writing process. So I think you've been a little bit surprised by this today, haven't you? Um, but Sue, would you like to introduce yourself officially and tell people a little bit about you and what you're going to write about?
Okay, so I'm 67 years of age. I'm a selective mute in recovery. I'm an autist, and I'm passionate about helping people realize that they're not broken. It's something I wish I'd known um, even 50 years ago. And if I can help anybody learn that they are whole and not broken in 1 or 2 decades, not six, I'll be a happy bunny. So fundamentally, it's about integration, it's about moving beyond fragmentation, and it's about tying up all your threads into a neat little bundle so you're one tapestry, not a load of string.
Oh, that's a beautiful description, Sue. I love that. Happy bunny and one big tapestry, not lots of loose threads. That's a really nice way to paint the picture. And you're an artist as well, from what I gather, musician, dancer.
Not a musician. You keep saying musician. I'm
Oh,
not a
do
musician.
I? Okay. Sorry, not sure where I've got that one from. Um, so
Maybe,
yeah.
maybe I am, but I don't know it yet.
Ah, there you go. I keep seeing the guitar there. I think that's probably
Yeah,
why.
that's because Clive's kids all play,
Oh, right.
and
Okay.
his and my step grandkids all play. So
Oh,
we've got
beautiful.
musical instruments when they come here. Otherwise, they're really not happy bunnies.
There to keep everyone going. Love it. So you've been through an incredible lot on your journey with the sounds of it. And I love how you're bringing your years, like everybody in the self-help bookshelf. We've all had our pain and our traumas and our dramas over the years in various different ways. We've all got our own unique story, and how you're turning that into something to pay forward for others. And that's an incredibly powerful thing to do. Now, not everybody in the world wants to do that and pay it forward, but people like yourself, Emma, Rory, and even myself, when we can do that and we can even help others heal on a one-to-one basis, on a self-learning basis from books, videos, whatever we create, if one person heals from it, it's worth writing. So is there anything that you feel is powerful about the message that you want to share that would support others?
I think that if you look at back over your life, in primary school, in secondary school, in tertiary school, at work, at play, in relationships, when you're on your own, you can see the shadow, the light, and the shade. And you can see where you've followed through on your own intuition and knowing, and when you've dropped that and been led by other people's perspectives, prejudices, projections, and fundamentally you've ignored your own wisdom. And that's when the S bleep bleep T happens.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good message. And it is really important to listen to that inner wisdom. But sometimes even the inner wisdom comes off the back of learned wisdom and learned experiences. And when the learned experiences in life have all been serving against us rather than for us, it's hard to pick up on those wisdoms until after the fact. And that's where the self-help books are really powerful. Listening to people like Sue, because we can pay that forward and help you avoid some of the pains and the traumas and the dramas by learning those wisdoms earlier on from somebody else and integrating that into your life earlier. So I'm really, really excited to have you on this journey with us, Sue, with writing books. And we've got a little bit more to cover yet on things about the book you're going to write before we actually start writing the book. There's a couple of more lessons, sessions, not lessons, a couple of more sessions to do. And then we're going to come back and do another interview with Sue once she actually starts writing. And there's a number of things I'm going to run through with you on this, and we'll do more, you know, when you're like halfway through the book, finish writing, and we do this right through to the publication process and launch. So we've already got Emma, Rory, and myself launching on the 30th, respectively, of Emma on 30th of September, myself 30th of October, Rory 30th of November. But somewhere in there, we've also got to find a date for Sue. I'm going to set you a sort of a goal. It doesn't have to be a deadline, literally, like if you miss it, it can shift a little, but we're going to set you a kind of a target or a goal to work towards for publishing. And then we can keep everybody updated on Sue's progress along the way. But welcome to the Self-Help Bookshelf officially. I'd love it if everybody else can please welcome Sue as well. Drop a comment or a like, and you'll be seeing this both on YouTube and on Facebook and LinkedIn. So it's on YouTube. We are live. I don't know if Sue's aware of that yet. Yeah, no, I hadn't told her we gone live. So, no, I figured you might panic. So we're going to share this on Facebook and LinkedIn. Crafty. Yeah. Oh, I can be. So go in the Facebook and LinkedIn group and say, please interact in there as well. And that's where we share a lot of our other stuff ongoing every week, where you can follow Sue's journey. And she's on both. So that's not a problem. Some people prefer Facebook or LinkedIn, but Sue's very active on both. So thank you. Welcome today. Is there any other little insight you want to share before we go?
I think I just want to share that it's really nice to have somebody by my side as I enter this process. I've already written a few ebooks and books before, and it can be a lonely process. And also, you don't always know if you're completely on target, and you don't always know if what you're writing is matching your intention. I mean, I'm a clean writer, and people say my work doesn't need much editing, but it's more about being concise and clear, and not ethereal and woolly.
Absolutely fine, Sue. It's going to be awesome, whatever you write. And yeah, that is part of the process with the Self-Help Bookshelf. Is we've had a good conversation this morning about processes, and I'm very process driven. Even though I find processes quite restrictive sometimes, there are some times when they actually serve us really, really well. And Sue has had a glance last week at the to-do list and gone, oh my God, but also realizes the benefit, as Rory and Emma refer to it as my Excel sheet, but it is a very, what I call a giant to-do list. But sometimes when we see somebody else has been through something and they've learned the process, following somebody else's process doesn't necessarily have to be fixed and rigid, but it can be a really clear guidance to help us avoiding some of the pitfalls in life, whether it is publishing a book, whether it is learning to be yourself, whether it is in relationships, whether it's raising a family, in careers, you know, because I believe you used to be a careers guidance counselor or careers guidance worker as well, didn't you? So there's a lot to come about Sue. Honestly, I've learned some amazing things about you in the last week that I'm excited to see people discover about you. And honestly, I'm sitting here listening to what Sue has been through. And even my story is powerful, but I'm sitting there to what she's been through in life, the trauma she's experienced, and the qualifications and experience she's got. And I'm just sitting here wanting to sink in my seat because I feel really small in comparison to what you've achieved, Sue.
Don't compare. You've got your own passion and your own path, and
yeah,
there's no need for comparison.
No, you see, honestly, Sue is an amazing lady. I'm really excited to have you here and to work with you. And we will come back with some more updates soon. Thank you, everyone.